what is the main language of America? English. Hold on, where did the CIA learn most of their tactics from? The MI6. The MI6 was the original, next to the Jesuits. Right? The banking system goes back to Britain. Who are their closest friends, so-called? Britain. Because the British contingency in America is where the power structure is. It's not with the French. They all got English names, English surnames. They don't got French surnames. JP Morgan, they didn't come out of France. The Rockefellers, all these guys. Right, so they're of the 7th, they're of Britain. Their closest ties is with Britain. In fact, a lot of the American presidents were related to the House of Saxe-Coburg-Gotha, which the head of the House of Saxe-Coburg-Gotha is in London. Even though, you know, the royal family of Saxe-Coburg-Gotha is also in them other countries, the Queen of England is the most powerful monarch out of Saxe-Coburg-Gotha. Okay.
And going into perdition.
Yeah, America's going into perdition, man.
And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet, but have received power as kings 1 hour with the beast.
Right, because they ride with America. And they pick up pieces of the spoils with America. Just like France, they're taking a little piece of Libya, but you know America gotta get their cut. They're getting a couple of them oil contracts up in there, but America, they gotta get their cut too. So them 10 NATO, when NATO goes and does a military conquest, them other nations reap certain benefits from that too. Even though America's the one putting in most of the work, they get to reign too. They got that, cause guess what? You fuck around with any NATO country, you fucking around with the whole of NATO. So they're together as a group.
That's right. That's the natural tree that's inside, man.
That is the NATO tree.
Yeah. Attack anyone in the country, man. You
mutual
the whole thing, man.
Mutual defense, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which they claim it was made to combat the Soviet Union.
These have one mind. I shall give their power and strength unto the beast.
Yeah, because NATO practically move in the same direction, which is towards establishing that new world order. They're the ones at the spearhead of establishing the new world order. They're the ones who are really in control of the UN. UN is run by NATO, man. When you look at all these guys in the UN, when you look at the new world order itself, and the big players in the new world order, they're all Europeans. Why is that? Because they got that one mind. And what's that one mind? To establish a new world order, a one world government, with Esau being the ruler over the other nations forever. Complete control, having the other nations in complete subjection, down to whether or not they can eat or not, man, whether or not they can sleep or not, whether or not they can walk or not. That's what Esau wants, complete control over your body and soul, man. Chipped, all of that. That all came out of Europe. That's why it's known as the mark of the beast, because the Chinese never came up with that. The Arabs never, they too stupid to come up with something like that anyway. The Arabs never came up with that. This was come up by the so-called European, which is the beast. And they got that, they know one that wants to not have that system. They all want to have that system. But obviously you're going to get certain jealousies and that so forth. You know? Because it says, hey, even though they got the same goal, they're vying for position, ain't they?
Yep. They're divided, man. In some respect.
Yep. That's the 10 toes.
Verse 14, these shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them.
Right, because when the Lord returns, they're going to make war with the Lord. Whatever's left of the American military, whatever's left of NATO, they're going to become the head of the world army, which is always going to be, which was always the plan for the elites, that NATO would be the head, because NATO is the UN, and then the world army would be headed up by who? What, you think it's going to be headed by the Chinese? Hell no. They even show you that in their films, man.
Yep,
it's predictive programming. When you had Independence Day, the Americans was like, yeah, we got a plan. And then you had some dude, oh, you know, the Americans, they have a plan, no? You know? That's basically what it is, man. Hey, the Chinese, hey, man, that's more Japanese, really. Medical, you know it's here. You know what I mean? That's what's gonna happen. You could read about that in well, let's get that real quick. When the Lord comes back, it's in you're gonna have to get your pocket for out. You know that. Yeah. Second Ezra 13th chapter, man. Once America is destroyed with them nuclear weapons, that's when the Lord, that's the cue for the Lord, because the Lord's gonna turn up at the same time, because he's gonna have to deliver his people. Bubble-eyes. Why do you think he's called the deliverer, the savior, man? Because he's gonna have to deliver his people from the missiles, man. If he didn't come at that time, there'll be no flesh left. Because why? It's gonna be incinerated, man, by the missiles, man. So the Lord's gonna turn up as the missiles have been launched, because once they're launched, they ain't no coming back. You're gonna start seeing chariots all over the sky. What the fuck? You're gonna see missiles and chariots. And them chariots are gonna start blazing fire, man, all over America. Because the Lord wanna get some of that fire too. He said that himself, man. He said, what did he say? The Lord said, I think ye that I am come to bring peace. No, that wasn't the one.
You're thinking about
no, he said
it would be kindled.
Yeah. He said, I am come to send fire. That's it.
Yeah.
The Lord said, I am come to send fire on earth. And what will I if it already be kindled? Which basically was him saying, I desire that it was kindled now. But so when the Lord comes, he gonna get that fire. Pursuant to Nahum the 3rd chapter as well, where he said, we're gonna get a little piece of that as well. Because we gotta let the people know what's gonna happen when the Lord returns. The Lord is gonna blaze fire in America. So when the missiles come, the missiles is gonna add to that fire that's already gonna be blazing, man. Because them chariots are gonna do what they show you in Independence Day. They're gonna start zapping up the place, man.
Yep.
And then the missiles is gonna land, and at the same time they're zapping up, you're gonna see brothers getting beamed up like Scotty, man. So that they don't get hit with the laser beams and get hit with the missiles, man. So Bubble-eyes, you're going off, man, trying to tell brothers to go to Egypt. How is Egypt a place of safety? Why is the Lord gonna sustain Egypt? The Most High gonna destroy Egypt, man. Don't you know all them idols over there in Egypt are gonna have to be destroyed? The pyramids are gonna be done away with, man. I was thinking about that the other day. You know, the Lord's just gonna do away with all that. The Lord's just gonna do away with all of that, man.
Blank canvas, man.
That place is gonna have to be cleansed, man. You can't be walking in the kingdom, yo, bro. We're gonna go see the pyramid of Giza. We're gonna go check out the temple of Isis, brother. Come on, bro, let's get on the chariot, man. Hell fucking no, that's gonna be gone. The Lord's gonna destroy all idols, man. Didn't the Lord say he's gonna put a full end to all these other nations, man? It's gonna be a full end, man. What does he mean by full end? They're gonna be totally destroyed. The people are still gonna be there, but anything they had, the Great Wall of China, all of that, man, the Lord's gonna destroy that, man. Because it's full of fucking idolatry anyway, man. They're gonna have to build themselves again according to what we say is good, what we say is right, man. All them India, what you think the Lord's gonna have them Indian temples with guys with giant rods having sex with horses and shit? Oh yeah, nice artistic impression, brother. What the hell with that shit? That shit's gonna catch a missile or a chariot is gonna zap that to the ground, man, turn it to rubble, man. Like I'm saying, this earth is gonna get a reset the right way, man.
Yeah.
Go on, it's 30 chapter.
Here's 2nd Ezra chapter 13, verse 1. And it came to pass after 7 days, I dreamed the dream by night. And lo, there arose a wind from the sea, that it moved all the ways thereof. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him.
Right, that one that is waxed strong with the thousands of heaven is talking about who you ignorantly call Jesus Christ, man. Because he's gonna come with the mighty angels, man. The mighty angels, man. A lot of you people out there don't believe in angels, and if you do, you think there's some fucking fairy type shit, man. Excuse my French. You think it's like some fairy godmother Edomites with blonde hair, looking like even the men look like women, you know?
Yeah.
You know? Looking like the Hanson twins or the Hanson brothers or some shit. Hell no, man. They're gonna look like Wesley Snipes, man. Rough cats. They're gonna look terrible, and they're coming with power, man. And they're gonna be all kitted out in chain mail, ready for war. And their instruments ain't no normal swords either, man. So there is no defeating them. They ain't got no tanks. They got spiritual vehicles, man, that cannot be destroyed, that cannot be harmed, with unlimited source of power, man. You can't handle that. Like I said, how are you gonna fight the chariots of the Heavenly Father when they have video footage of the chariots skipping across the surface of the sun, man? Do you know how hard the surface of the sun is? If you can't be destroyed, take any piece of technology the white man's got, yeah, if it even got halfway to the surface of the sun, that shit probably melt up, man.
Yeah.
That shit wouldn't even work. You'd be inside it, burnt up to a crisp.
Well, the white man's new saying ain't nothing to the sun, that.
Yeah.
You know? So send as many as you want, man. It ain't really a difference anyway.
You ain't go, yeah, like Independence Day, they're gonna try attacking it with a nuke. Man, the chariot will probably make that nuke come out of it, yeah, just disappear out of existence, man. Or you turn around and, oh shit, how did that? Miss.
Has a misfire. And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice.
That's right, man. That's hey.
Oh.
Go on.
Like as the earth faileth when it feeleth the fire. And after this,
that's why the Lord says, I have come to send fire on earth, man. The Lord said, I've come to send fire on earth, man. And that's the defining message for me about the Lord, man. That let me know what kind of man the Lord is. The man deals with, the Lord deals with destruction, man, when it is necessary in righteousness, man.
that's right.
That should know you that there's two sides of the Lord. These people only want to see one side. They forget the Lord said he'd come to send fire on earth. Now, he didn't come 2,000 years ago to send the fire. That's going to be when he come the second time, man. And that's called balance. The first time he came, that was the lamb. The second time, you're going to meet the lion, man.
And that's called prophecy, man.
That's right.
Because it's written. That's what's going to happen, man. You know, just like there's two sides to everybody, man. You know, cool, calm you, and you got the vex you.
But I don't understand, because even in Esau's films, the action heroes like that. He's a good guy,
And he's
but
got passionate
he's giving all kind of headshots out,
Yeah,
man.
man.
He's handing out headshots like he's a fucking
candy store.
dentist, man. You know what I mean? He's busting. Arnold Schwarzenegger's normally the eraser. He was busting all kind of dudes, man, erasing them. So why can't the Lord come and erase people, man? Of course the Lord's gonna erase some motherfucker.
But he's the hero. Arnold Schwarzenegger's the hero, man.
But the
He's
Lord
not
can't be
wasting
the
people,
hero
man.
unless he loves everybody. It don't make no sense to me.
And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men.
See, that's what I'm talking about, man. That's a faggot, man. That's what men have been degraded to because of this white man. A dude that goes gym, got all this muscle, and what the fuck is he doing? Dancing around like some faggot, man.
Oh,
With a clean face and waxed body, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. I was watching a film the other day, man, going back to them, coming them Vikings, man. Those guys are rough, man. Them men were rough back then, man. Dudes are fags, man. We need to do away with this society, man. Go back to real mannerisms, as I call it. Right now, there ain't no mannerisms. There's only feminisms, man. We need mannerisms. You need to have the proper mannerisms about you, man.
yeah.
flexing muscles and shit like it's a breast.
But at the same time, skimpy. Like,
Yeah, what's that all about, man?